So when I asked Miss Babowis if I could come in and work with you guys, I was thinking about the last time I was here, and I worked with a small group, and some of you were in that group, and we were working on multi-step word problems. And afterwards, Ms. Babowis and I were talking, and we noticed that some students were getting a little tripped up on what operation to use, what math to use when they're solving a word problem. So I was thinking,
I like using standard output.
Yeah, okay, so that would be one math strategy, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought maybe we could rewind a little bit and think about math vocabulary and what clues the word problems give us, so that then we know, okay, for this problem I'm going to add, or for this problem I'm going to subtract, or for this problem I'm going to do both. So we're going to start by talking. So we're going to start by thinking a little bit about math vocabulary. What is math vocabulary?
Math vocabulary is the words that are used in like word problems.
Okay.
Like greater than, less than, between.
All right. Cole, what do you think?
The focus of what you're trying to do.
Okay. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sometimes says like add or minus or the sum or the difference.
Those are great examples. Anyone want to add anything? So we're going to take some of this math vocabulary that I have, and we're going to make a chart. You know how Ms. Babowis has charts in her room so that you kind of have it as a support when you're doing some work independently. You know where you can look when you need some support. That's kind of what we're going to do. Before we do that, though, I have a learning objective that I wanted to share with you. Let's pull this a little closer. It's heavy.
It's basically rooted to the spot.
So how many of you have learning objectives in your classroom? Yeah. So it's a way for you to know, like, what are we doing here? What kind of work are we doing right now? So today, in our group, we're going to work on determining which operations to use when solving word problems by analyzing the math vocabulary in the problem. Okay? I noticed when I was listening to you guys share with partners that a lot of you thought of real life examples, like McKenna just gave, to help you think about the vocabulary words. That's really great math thinking. Let's start over here with Nova. And Nova, I'm going to ask you to give me one of your vocabulary words and tell me where you want to put it. Your job is to give a quiet thumbs up if you agree, or raise your hand if you have a question or you want Nova to share a little bit more about it. Okay? Okay.
Gateway, subtract.
Okay. So we're going to use this to help us solve some word problems, okay? Before we actually start solving word problems, though, I want us to just analyze some word problems a little bit more carefully. We just analyzed or looked really closely at some math vocabulary. Now we're going to take the next step, and we're going to look at the actual word problem and look for some of this language and use the clues to help us figure out what type of math we're using, okay? So let's see. I'm going to have you two work together, and I'm going to have you guys work together.
All of us?
So you're going to be a trio, you're going to be a duo. You're going to read the math problem and work together to decide what type of math do we need to do to solve the problem. And use this up here to help you.
Started a dog walking the sand. 124 dogs in January and 251 dogs in January. How many more? How many is there? How many more is an add? So it's adding.
Oh, what are you underlining?
How many more? The clue that gives us.
That's a great idea.
And then addition.
Yeah, you're welcome to draw.
375. But then you can subtract this. 250 minus.
Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to share.
How many more dogs? No, it's how many more dogs did she walk in February than in January? So, I think it's.
Let's pause for a second and let's do one together. Okay? Can you flip your problems over? So let's take a look at this one together. So when you were working, I noticed some of you were underlining some of the vocabulary in the problem, which is a really great strategy. So let's take a look at this one together, and then we'll kind of come back, because I know you had some questions on the one you were working on. So as I read this, I want you to really be listening to the math vocabulary. Ruby collected 112 box tops to donate to her school. Her friend gave her 58 more to donate. How many box tops will Ruby have all together? So give it a little quiet think time. And then when you're ready, talk in your group. What type of math are we going to do? And what are the clues that are helping us figure that out?
It's addition because it says more and all together. Yeah, all together. Yeah. How many?
All right, who wants to share? Lindley, do you want to share your thinking? Okay, let's listen to Lindley. She's going to share her thinking.
I think it's addition because it says more and it says all together. Yeah, we did that.
So these are helping you figure out what you're going to do. And you guys are saying it's addition. Okay. All right. Now let's go back to the problems. You guys are feeling solid on yours. Okay? You guys feeling ready on yours?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
McKenna's not sure.
So I think because let's look for other clues. So how
I'm going to
many
give you guys
more than
So what's tripping you up?
we don't know to add or subtract because how many more can we put?
Okay.
So she lost 100.
But she's saying, it's
I
saying,
think we have to minus because
Oh yeah, we have
then
to
you have to
minus.
minus this from this because
So-
it says how many.
It's minus because then 251 minus 124 will get us our answer to the problem.
so she walked a certain number of dogs in January, a certain number in February, and the question is what, Lila? What is the question right here?
How many more dogs did she walk in January?
In February than in January. Yeah. So are you guys wanting to change that?
Yeah, but I'm stuck because I just don't really get it because this is so it's basically addition because
This this minus this because then your difference will be how many more dogs.
so it would be
she walked
127 would
in
be the
February
answer.
and January.
So let's come all together and let's look at this problem first, okay? Nova, could you read it nice and clearly for us?
Beth started started a dog walking business. She walked 124 dogs in January and 251 dogs in February. How many more dogs did she walk in February than in January?
Wait, so how many in January?
250. 124.
So 100, so let's imagine Beth walking 124 dogs, that's a lot of dogs, in January. And then she walked 251 in February. Which month did she walk more dogs?
February.
February. And the question is saying, how many more did she walk in February than in January?
So, what I sometimes do with questions like that is I subtract them and then I see what's left over. So yeah, now I understand subtraction.
You guys agree? Subtraction? So I'm gonna give each of you your own problem. We're not even gonna solve these right now. We're just focusing on our math vocabulary and using that math vocabulary to help us decide which operation we're gonna do, math or addition or subtraction, okay? So you just worked with partners or trios, now you're gonna work independently. And I noticed a lot of you wrote in the corner a plus sign or a minus when you decided, and I think that's a good strategy.
I think
Okay, so
mine,
McKenna, you're gonna
I
share with
think
your group.
mine is subtraction because it said Little Friend's Pet Shop
You
had
like solving it in your head?
495 fish. They
Okay.
sold
Once you guys- if you want, you can.
287. How many fish do they have remaining? And remaining is on the bottom. It's on subtract.
Right.
I know that. Subtract.
Great, good job using the vocabulary. Oh, hold on, it looks like Lila has a question about that. Oh, you don't? Okay.
So, I think I subtraction.
McKenna, let's make sure we listen to Leland.
It says daily cholesterol 207.
You ready for a super duper challenge?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Can we do it on paper?
Yeah, let's do one together and then you can solve the problem independently. Okay, so this is a two-step problem. I'm gonna post it and then I'm gonna move it so that we can look at our chart, okay? So take a minute to read it to yourself and then I'll read it out loud. So this is a two-step problem and you don't have to solve it. You're just thinking about what type of math am I gonna do first and then what am I gonna do?
Ooh.
Okay?
I know.
Alright, turn and talk to your group. You're a trio, you guys are partners.
Add and subtract. I think it's gonna be addition and plus and then add. You have to add 36. You have to add 30.
You girls, who wants to share? What type of math am I gonna do first? Oh, you all wanna share. How are you gonna work that out?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Go for it. Quick.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Okay.
I think we're gonna add 36 plus 48 first, and then we have to minus 13 because they ate 13.
Then you're gonna take these away. What is this? How many left? What is that telling you?
It's subtraction.
Yeah. So you're gonna add first and then you're gonna subtract.
Yeah.
And Nova, you did the mental math. Do you wanna walk us through that really quickly?
Yeah, like adding it. So 36 plus 48 will equal 84. And then 84 minus 13. So 84 minus 3 equals 81. And then 84 or 81 minus 10 equals 71. And that is my answer.
Does that seem reasonable to you? That if mom made 36 cupcakes last night, and then this morning she made another 48 cupcakes, and then the family ate 13 of them, that there would be 71 left? Yeah, that seems like a reasonable answer. Okay. Thumbs up. Feeling good about using this vocabulary to help you solve the multi-step problems?
Yeah.
You guys want to play a game?
Yeah.
All right, let's put this work away.